Hey there, we are back with Coffee on the Porch with my dog Olaf. And today I wanted to talk about coming back. And the reason I want to talk about this is both inspired from my personal experience, but also kind of in the global look of things, of how a lot of things got put on hold in the last few years for a lot of people. And I just, it's really been on my mind for myself in my own journey into self-compassion. And I wanted to share it with you as well. And so the concept of especially in the Western American culture, we have a lot of rhetoric around falling off the wagon, getting off course, and this failure mentality, this failure model of you're not trying hard enough, you're not doing hard enough, you need to do it alone, you need to do better. It's this constant, both unending striving, but also unending, I want to use the word self-abuse, and I'm not sure if that's too harsh of a word there, but that's what I'm going to use, where we really beat ourselves up on a daily basis. The self-criticism is maybe a more appropriate word of us not doing enough. And I want to offer to you a different model or a different mindset of it being okay for you to put things down, for projects to be put down, for things you meant to get to, for self-improvement things you meant to get to, for cleaning out your house projects you meant to get to, anything that you started and didn't finish. And on a lot of my clients, I hear a lot of self-criticism around I start things, but I don't finish them. I have a lot of interests. I start a lot of things, but I don't have any follow through. And it's not said in a neutral way. It's usually said in this is a faulty part of my personality, or I've been told that, this is a faulty part of me. And we can internalize that. We can internalize voices we heard as in our younger years of if you start things and don't finish them right away, that you're flaky, that you won't succeed in the world, that, you don't have any stick-to-itiveness. Like you're not a good person, and you're not going to be a good person, and you're not going to have any success in life. And I just want to do a big record scratch on that whole mental model. Because the truth of the matter is that is a social construct. That is something that has been made up, especially in the West, especially in America, where the whole drive is to produce more, to do more, to improve the economy, to strive for this idea of perfection and purity that does not exist and is really damaging when we do try to measure up to that. And I just want you to start noticing when those thoughts, those ideas start popping up in your life. If they do, if you have that mentality of like, oh, I've started all these things that I meant to get to, and I have negative feelings about it. And I want to offer to you a different way of viewing it. And it is that life, it is normal, it is very common, it is usual, it is the way of life to start things, to get interrupted, and to come back around to it. You can even start things, get interrupted, and leave it where it is. And one of the models I really like to use for myself and with my clients is if we look at nature and we ask ourselves, does this concept exist in nature? It's for myself, it's kind of how I prove, is it real? Like, is this a social construct that we made up? Or is this actually a real thing that we see outside of, school or what we were taught or our society or things like that? And when I look outside, so I live in Alaska, so there's a lot of wilderness around me. Even though I live in a little subdivision, there's still quite a bit of nature and quite a bit of wilderness right around the corner. When I look out into nature, even into my yard, into my garden, nature will start things. There will be an interruption, like a season or a storm, and it will come back around. Sometimes if there's a big storm, it changes the landscape, and that wipes things, out, and it starts things over. But when I just look at my yard, like things get started, a birch seed falls from a tree in the fall. It lays there. It does its thing that it's supposed to be doing to become a birch tree. And then winter comes. And it is cold and frozen and absolutely nothing is going on. No growth is happening. There might be, things that we can't see under the surface, and it might be part of the process. And I want you to think about that the rest period of winter might be part of the process of this tree coming into being. But in the spring, when things start thawing out, when the weather starts warming up, nature picks back up on that birch seed project and it starts doing its things. And that little, birch tree starts growing again, and maybe it puts roots down, maybe it grows up a little bit, and then there is another pause. And this birch tree project that nature has going on gets interrupted in Alaska, it's for quite a long time. It is for at least 6 months that absolutely nothing is going on. And she just comes back around in the spring, picks up back where she left off, and keeps on going. And so to me, that tells me that this model of continuous growth and finishing things to the end is probably a social construct. May not be very useful for a lot of us. But what is true is that we start things, life interrupts us, and we have the opportunity, if we want to come back around and pick it up. And I think that model of just normalizing, I started this course. I hear it a lot in people who start courses and who are in my course, where I cannot tell you the number of emails that I get where I'm like, I started the course, but in week 3, something happened and I never picked it back up. And I always need to remind them that is why I have a lifetime access to it, because I realize life doesn't happen in a nice, tidy, emailed, 12-week schedule, and that they can just start back. You can start over. You can start back at week 1. You can start at week 3 and do whatever you want with it. Once the content is out there, it is yours, and you can pick back up whenever and wherever you want. And I think lots of life is like that. I have a podcast project that I've been working on that I swear I have started and stopped. Maybe for 4 years, maybe 5 years. I don't know how long I've been working on it. It seems like forever. And it's really easy for me to get in the mindset of I suck as a person. I don't have any follow through. Maybe I really don't want to do this. Maybe I'm not committed. There is this barrage of negative thoughts around why I haven't, finished it, why it is not produced. And the truth of the matter is a lot of life has happened. Major life transitions, a global pandemic, lots of other personal issues. There have been a lot of very legitimate things going on that took my attention away. And when I can unhook from beating myself up for what I believe is a personal failure, on some part of my brain thinks that's a personal failure, especially when I listen to a lot of the Uber guru, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. If you wanted to, you would do it. Kind of, make your bed in the morning, sort of motivational, striving part of the personal development world, which is, if that works for you, great. Then we're not talking to you probably. but it can come with a lot of self-criticism and trying to motivate from a negative place instead of just noticing like, oh, things have calmed down a little bit. I think things are back in order. I'm feeling better. I could start on that podcast again. I could start this project again. I could go back to that course. I could, maybe you're thinking about going back to school. Maybe you're thinking about a career change. Maybe you're thinking about cleaning out a drawer. And you meant to get to that 3 years ago, and then we had a, major global event. And today might be the day where you're like, I might be able to get back to that. And the more that we can have compassion and really lean into the reality that nobody is starting and finishing projects in this linear, nonstop, perfectionistic way, and really sink into the reality that life starts and stops. And that's just how it happens. It is totally fine. It begins, you get interrupted, and you just start again. So I want to offer you that model of a way to just relax and know that you're fine. However long it has been, 20 years, 30 years, 5 minutes, 3 years. It doesn't really matter how long it's been. It doesn't mean anything. There's no meaning behind why about you and your character as a person, about why you put that down. As best you can, and when you can, quiet those thoughts and just start again. You might be like, do I want to do this anymore? Maybe not. It's like, oh yeah, no, I still want that. That's good confirmation that I wanted it in the beginning and I still want it now, even with interruptions, and that's okay. So I just want to let you give that framework to you so you can let yourself off the hook and get back to the things that you want to do and that will make your life better and that will help you thrive. I hope that helps.